is Bristol, baby. It's time for some Bristol racing here in the Left Turn Cup Series, race number 6 of 36 on the season. And it is time for some side-by-side, door-to-door racing here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Be sure to let me know who you guys think is going to win, as it's a cloudy day here at the Motor Speedway, but should be a good one in store for us today. Here are my favorites for today, as we're going to go ahead and play it. I didn't want to go ahead and start since we're at Bristol, but here are my favorites for today. Obviously, your pole sitter, Matt Kenseth, but I also got to mention Kurt Busch coming off his surprise win in the last race. And then I also want to talk about Jeff Gordon there, a couple rows back. And Ryan Newman. I don't know why. I just kind of had a feeling about Ryan Newman. But don't forget about Bobby Labonte on the outside there in the 18. I was pleasantly surprised to see him get the second place starting position. But the pace car rolls off. And now it is time for us to go green as Matt Kenseth leads us to the start-finish line. And I went ahead and let you guys see 2 laps just because it's a shorter time. And Matt Kenseth has come out to an early lead, but look right on his behind is that of Dale Jr. in that 8 Chevrolet. Is he going to be able to get to the 17, or will the 17 be able to hold off the 8? That is the question here at Bristol. It should be a fun one. It already has been a fun one, but and the pace car's out. What the heck is the pace car doing on the track? I think we have a caution. We do have our first caution of the Left Turn Cup Series. Let's go ahead and get an instant replay. All right, watch this number 12 here, as he's going to be the cause of our caution. Looks like he blew something. I don't know. Goes into the 30. He wrecks. And looks like the 4 wrecked as well there. Not sure what happened to the 12, though. It looks like maybe an engine blow. I doubt it's a tire blow, but definitely a part failure of some sort. Now let's take a look what happened here. This is probably the cause of the caution here. It is the... Shoot, I didn't mean to do that. It's the 4. Let's take a look at the 4. There's a lot of stuff going on here. We see there's 2 cars that aren't on the screen, but they pit... which is weird to me. Not sure where the 4 went. Maybe back here. Yes, there he is. 4 of Mike Skinner. Let's take a look here and see what happened. Looks like he got turned by the 16. Wow, that's a tough break for Mike Skinner. Let's look at the rear chase cam here and see what happened. Looks like he gets turned by the 16 there. Go to the rear chase. That should give us a good indication here. Is there a bumper cam maybe? No. Alright, let's take a look. See, the 12, that smoke is from the 12, and a couple cars in front of him. Yeah, he just gets turned by the 16, hit by the 0. So it's a tough break for that team. You see there on the inside, the 12 going to pit road. I'm not sure what happened with the 77 and the. Not sure what happened with the 77 and. I don't know what the other car was. I think that maybe was the 7. But those 2 just randomly decided to pit. Doesn't look like they had any issues, but could be mistaken. Now, finally, we are back to your leader, Matt Kenseth. We're going to go ahead and go back to our TV camera. He is your leader. Of course, we got the 8 of Dale Jr., but 4 laps in this race, we already get our first caution, and it is the first caution of the Left Turn Cup Series. We have yet to have a caution in this, so honestly, I'm not going to complain here. Finally see a caution. I'm not sure if anybody's going to pit here. I mean, we're 4 laps in. That wouldn't make all that much sense, but, you know, stranger things have happened. And not sure how long this is going to take, so we are going to skip over a little bit here. Actually, we'll do this. Lap 6, see how that looks. Lap 8, still nothing. Lights are out on the pace car, so we're going to go green here. I guess we're going single file for the restart. I wouldn't even know because we haven't had one of these restarts yet, so it should be interesting to see how it goes. Here comes, I saw a car coming. The 9 of Bill Elliott is a lap down. That should be interesting. He's definitely a capable car. He started up front, so he must have gotten caught up in that wreck. Maybe there was another incident. Who knows? It was crazy. And here we go. Matt Kenseth leads us back green here at Bristol. And there we go. I don't know why I muted it. It wasn't like the start of the race. Just kind of a habit, I guess. But as you saw right there, the 9 of Bill Elliott, he's not on the lead lap. He is in not in last place, but in 40th. The 18 of Bobby Labonte leading his first laps of the series. He's in the lead now, as the 9 slowed up the 17 and the 8 and allowed the 18 to get around him. And yeah, like I said, that 9 is a capable car. I mean, I'm not sure that he's faster than the 18, but he is capable of, holding his own. So this will be a tough get around for the 18. All right, so the 18 finally gets around the 9, but we're going to go back and look through the field here. Jeff Burton has found himself in second place. Mark Martin in third. Looks like he might have a little damage there, or I could just be going crazy. Right behind him is Tony Stewart in the 20, and finally the 8 and 17 find themselves in 5th and 6th place. A little farther back, we got the 31 of Robbie Gordon finally making an appearance to the track, and Rusty Wallace. Almost at Walrus, but Wallace in 8th. There's the pace car, if you guys didn't know what the pace car looked like, I guess. And Dale Jarrett now in 9th place, battling with Jimmy Johnson. There's Ricky Craven as well behind him. Looks like he's going to get a position. And then, look, Kevin Harvick, 2 races in a row where he wasn't outside the top 30. That's a great run for this team because they've had a rough start to the year. And behind him, it looks like Burton of some sort. I can't quite tell. Or it's Ward, yeah. And here we are. Looks like the 77 slow, but we're back on our leader, Bobby Labonte. Remember, the 9 is a lap down. So he is kind of holding up the field while the 18 starts pulling away in that Interstate Batteries 18. That scheme just looks good on any car you put it on. It's just beautiful. Chevy, Toyota, Gen car tomorrow, Gen 6, probably the next gen. Any car you put that on, it just looks beautiful. I don't know why. I just love it, okay? Let me love what I want to love. As we look here at the back of the field, I'd say the 18 probably still has a ways. 77 is getting service there. And yeah, here we go. Got a little stack up here because of the 9 kind of slowing these guys down. It's got these 4 cars all bunched up here while the 18 is just pulling away. I mean, I don't think these guys are going to be able to pass him. That 9 car is fast. He's qualified top 10. I'm not sure what necessarily happened to him, but obviously something did. He must have gotten caught up in the wreck or just had to pit, whatever. And looks like he's back up to speed. But the 99 of Jeff Burton sitting on his best, really the highest we've seen him all season long here in second. Can this 6 car make a run on him though? Of Mark Martin. These are teammates, I believe. Those are both Roush Fenway Fords, or is it Roush at this point? I'm not sure when the Roush. I think it's always been Roush Fenway. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. And the 77 once again goes down pit road. He's going, or maybe he's still just getting out. I guess you can have to go twice. But pretty sure on green flag you don't have to go on both lanes. I don't know. He just got off pit road, I guess, or just got back on. Who God knows. He's just chilling. He's pretty much done for the day here. As we're already at lap 22 of 75. These laps go by very quick here at Bristol. And let's see if there's anything going on back in here. We got Matt Kenseth there. These two just kind of chilling. There's Dale Jarrett. A little bit of a three-way battle here for 10th place. And there's the 77 if you were curious about him. Ward Burton here in 13th, along with Jerry Nadeau and Jimmy Spencer, 2 guys we don't see much of in the top 15 today. There's Jeff Green in the 30. He's in 16th. Terry Labonte and Greg Biffle. Jeff Gordon, one of my favorites. He was in like 8th. He was, to be fair, he was probably just in the top 10 when he started, but he has fallen way back into 24th or 20th. And not sure what happened there, but I guess I got that pick wrong. Heading back up to the field. Looks like I think Mark or somebody got around the 8. Got around, or no, they all got around the 99. Now the 6 is the second place car, and the 20 of Tony Stewart. So 2 guys. Tony Stewart is your points leader at the current time, and looks like he's just trying to keep his points lead a little bit. Maybe catch up to this 6, get second place. This 9 is causing loads of problems for these guys. I mean, assuming he went on pit road, I'd say he probably has fresher tires as well. So he's definitely making it rough. Speaking of making it rough, we're catching up to some lap cars. Oh, the 6 of Mark Martin pushes the 9 up the track, and that runs Mark Martin up the track and gets the 20 to his inside. Wow, what a sequence of events there. And replay, I mean, he just bumped that 9 up the track. He must have gotten tired of running with him as the 99 gets loose back there. But the 20 or the 6 got tired of the 9, clogging up the lane and just shoved him out of the way. But that kind of cost him. I do believe that 6 has a little bit of damage, but we're at Bristol. It's not going to do much. But now that leaves the 18 by himself right now, but he's catching up to some lap traffic. The 20 of Tony Stewart will soon be there, as he's right now stuck behind lap traffic, and that's going to make for an interesting battle for the lead. You also got these guys right behind him we're talking about, Tony Stewart and Mark Martin. Or not, I just meant Mark Martin. It looks like Bill Elliott. Or no, that's Dale. That's Dale, my bad. I thought he got around Dale for a second there. And here we go. The 20 is gaining on the 18. Will he go high and try and go around him? This lap car has made a lot of trouble for Bobby Labonte. And the 20 gets to the inside, and it looks like Tony Stewart will be taking lead. Remember, he dominated, and the Ken Schrader is minus an engine here. He must have gotten caught up in a wreck. Or was he the one? No, he did not pit. He must have got caught up in a wreck or something there. But Tony Stewart's going to take it, but don't count out Mark Martin just yet. But remember, Tony Stewart, he just came off a race at Darlington where he dominated until the last couple of laps where Kurt Busch was able to get around him and take the win. So he's looking for his second win. He is your Daytona 500 champion, and he currently sits first in the points. He is looking to keep this streak alive. I don't know why. You know what I meant. Just keep this momentum going, I guess you could say. And he has a very great chance of doing it here. But he was fastest in practice. Got to keep that in mind as well. The 6 of Mark Martin there. Let's see what happened to Dave Blaney once again comes off pit road. He has to be at least 10 to 20 laps down at this point. Let's take a look. The 8 got around. Wow, the 18 has disappeared seemingly as Dale Earnhardt Jr. He sits in 3rd. We got the 99 of Jeff Burton. He's in 4th. There's finally Terry Labonte back there, but he is back in, let's see, 7th place. He has fallen from grace. Definitely has a short run car, but all in all, just really tanked there. And unfortunate for the team. It's been a rough season at this point. It hasn't been terrible, I guess, but definitely has been better seasons in the history. And so I just realized that I have not been mentioning that NASCAR Talk America is presenting this race, of course, and I apologize for that. I might have missed it in the Darlington race. I know I definitely missed it in this race, so apologize for leaving that out there. Just a human error right there. But NASCAR Talk America is, of course, presenting this series, so shout out to them. And yeah, so it's kind of maybe gone a little stale as Tony Stewart has been able to maneuver through traffic pretty well, as well as Mark Martin, but he's been able to gap the 6 car a little bit. And there's Dale a little bit ways back, and there's the guy who caused all the trouble, Bill Elliott. It's like the 99 of wow, the Rusty Wallace showing some speed here today. Shout out to him. He hasn't shown much speed to this point, so proud of him. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah. So I think we're not quite halfway yet, but we are going to go ahead and take a commercial break here as Tony Stewart has the lead, and I'll see you guys after a word from our sponsors. Today, I would like to give a shout out to one of my partners and good friends, the Beast9696, as he now has a Twitch channel, or he's had it for quite a while. I don't know why I said now, but he has a Twitch channel, and he does a lot of cool stuff like Apex Legends. He does Assassin's Creed Origins, and he does plenty more. Those are just the 2 that I've probably seen him do the most, but he does a lot more. He might even do NASCAR at times. I'm not sure, but he has a great channel. You guys should go and type that link in your browser. Once you're done with this, or you can open a new tab or something like that, type that link in, or you can look down below in the description in the partners section of our description, and you can find him there. But I highly recommend go watch him. He's definitely a great streamer. He's been on the grind. He was a Mixer streamer before Mixer died, and moved over to Twitch, so he's kind of trying to regain his footing that he had over at Mixer. So be sure to go check him out, and thank you, Beast, for being a partner. Alright, so I got another advertisement for ads here. If you guys want to see your ad placed in this spot right here so you don't have to see my beautiful face, let me know down below in the comments. You can also DM me on Twitter at LFC99, I believe, or the link is probably in the description. And you can also look at me on Discord, LFC, hashtag 4943, and I also have a Discord server in the description, so you guys can you guys can tell me on there. But you have plenty of places. Just let me know what you guys want me to advertise. It can be a YouTube channel, Twitch channel, whatever you guys want me to advertise. And yeah, let's get back to the race. Alright, when we left you just a couple laps ago, Tony Stewart was your leader, and guess what? He still is. What a surprise, as we are definitely getting close to some green flag pit stops here. Tony Stewart, of course, is your leader. We got Ricky Rudd about to get lapped there, and then your last race winner, as now it is time for some pit stops. Let's see. Looks like just about everybody's coming down, and I think the 6 already pitted, maybe, because I don't see him anymore. There's the 6. Looks like he already pitted. Let's see where Tony Stewart is. Just about everybody coming down pit road right now. It is a very busy place at the moment. Look at that. Yeah, definitely some damage there on the 6, but it's Bristol. Not too worried about that, I'm sure. And there's a couple cars staying out, but we'll just stay looking at the 20 here. Or we'll go with the 6, see if he's able to catch up on Tony Stewart here. Should be interesting to see. He was second place before the caution. I think there's definitely some more damage on that 6 than before we left the break, because now you can see under it. Yeah, I'd say there's some more damage there. So that again, I don't think that would affect it too bad, but it's gotta have some effect on it, I would say. He's in 11th right now. I don't think he's going to get around the 20 here. Oh, yes, he does. I think that was the 20. Yes, it was. The 6 car of Mark Martin has passed Tony Stewart. Is this the lead, though? I'm not 1,000% sure he's in the lead, so we'll see once he crosses the line. Tony's not too far behind. Yes, we have a couple people that stayed out. There's Dale Jr. coming off pit road right now. Remember, he was in, what, 3rd, 4th place? So he's definitely one of those that we're talking about that stayed out. We'll see if he gets the lead this time, and then we'll see if we can find who your leader is. Looks like he's now in 3rd. 2nd place is Kevin Harvick. He pit. Kevin Harvick in 2nd place, and your leader is Matt Kenseth, who again already pit. So Matt Kenseth takes the lead. Did he maybe take 2 tires? I don't know what happened. But Matt Kenseth has come off pit road, your leader, and Kevin Harvick in 2nd. So interesting to see. Can have Kevin Harvick kind of finally break through and get a win after having such a terrible start? Can Matt Kenseth finally break through and win after having a great start? Come close a couple times, but not able to get the job done. That'd be a sight to see. I do believe, was Matt Kenseth? Yes, he was the pole sitter. He got a couple laps early. He now leads. And yeah, so I think we're going to go ahead and do our through the field. And let's go ahead and do that. Obviously, Matt Kenseth, your leader. Kevin Harvick in 2nd. 3rd place is Mark Martin. Trying to see what the gap is between them. I think it's a pretty considerable one. He has a Kurt Busch that definitely is capable. There's Tony Stewart. He finds himself in 25th. They definitely haven't had an issue. This Tony Stewart's pit crew has been pretty bad to this point. It's been really hurting him, as he is now out of the race, competing for win-wise. So that's a rough break for Tony. He's had 3 races. He should have won if you count the one that he actually won. He should have won 3 races at this point, is what I'm trying to say here. And pit crew ruined his chances at Bristol here, and just got passed late at Darlington. So rough race for Tony Stewart. I have a feeling he is going to lose his points lead. Anyways, moving on, we got Rusty Wallace here in 5th, and Greg Biffle up to 6th place. Shout out to him. He's having a great day. The rookie in the number 16. Going on down to Jeff Burton, who's in 7th. And then to Jimmy Spencer in 8th. Dale Jr., 34th. Definitely kind of like the same glitch that happened at, I believe, Atlanta, where half the field just pitted and stayed on there. Not sure what happened there. 9th place, Terry Labonte in the 5. He, I believe, is battling with Dale Jarrett. He's going to take the position and move up to 9th place. Remember, Dale Jarrett has a win this season. He won at, why can't I think of it right now, Atlanta. And is pretty decently up in the points, I would say, as he gaps the 5 by quite a bit. There's Jeremy Mayfield showing some talent in 11th place. Jimmy Johnson in 12th. There's Mike Skinner. Remember, he was involved in the first caution of the left turn Cup Series. Terry Labonte, he led quite a few laps early in this race, but has fallen from grace since then. Looks like he's going down to, or he stays in 13th, as Jeff Gordon is in 35th. Jeff Gordon just has had a rough race today. Definitely not going to help his points situation. There's Johnny Benson in the 10, Michael Waltrip right there. Michael Waltrip has been very quiet. We have not heard much from him really since Daytona when he led a couple laps. He's had a couple top 15 outings, but all in all, it's been a tough couple races for Michael Waltrip. there is Scott Wimmer in 15th. He's having a great day for that team. Ward Burton in 16th. Is that Terry Labonte again? Behind him? I thought that was Terry again. There's Ken Schrader. He doesn't have a hood, but he's running 30th. And guess what? I met him in real life, keeping the streak alive. 23 of Kenny Wallace in 17th. Definitely a great day for that team. Steve Park in the 1. We haven't heard much from him. He's a DEI car, but hasn't really been able to take off this year, as like his teammate Dale Jr. There's Joe Nemechek having a career day in that Hendrick Motorsports 25. Wow. Him in the top 30, I didn't realize that was possible. Moving on, Boris Said, the goat of life, in 20th place. And then looks like that is Robbie Gordon in 32nd. Kurt Busch in 37th. Elliott Sadler sits in 21st. Did we pass Matt Kenseth without me noticing? Why does it say... I think Mark Martin must have passed him. Yes, Mark Martin passed him. Let's go ahead and get an instant replay here. Here we go. As you can see, Mark Martin, there's a lot of lap traffic. I'd say he probably has the faster car. He's able to get inside of Matt Kenseth here. And the inside obviously being the preferred line. Mark Martin gets the position and takes the lead away. Can Mark Martin now get his first win of the year? I mean, there's not a lot of laps left. There is only coming up on 10 laps to go. Or 11 laps to go, sorry, in the race. So Mark Martin's looking really good, really strong right now. I don't see how he's going to be dethroned. But with 10 laps to go, we're going to go ahead and go to our driver cam. And I swear I'll pay attention this time. Your cockpit cam presented by nobody. You can actually have your ad there if you really wanted to. Comment down below if you want your ad there. But as I said earlier, Mark Martin, he looks really good, and that's Rusty Wallace is in second place. Okay, I thought he was one of those cars that pit. Rusty Wallace has seemingly come out of nowhere, just like Kurt Busch, just like Dale Jr. And they both got wins this year. Is Rusty Wallace going to be the next one to add his name to that list? With just 3 laps to go here at Bristol, this is getting interesting. We know Rusty is not afraid to bump that 6 out of the way. He looks to the inside. He's going to get it. He takes the lead, and that Blue Deuce is in front here at Bristol with 2 to go. This would be a crazy win. Mark Martin just can't seem to finish the job. 2 races now this season, where in the last couple of laps just loses the lead. As here we go, coming out of turn 4, Rusty Wallace is your leader as we head to the final lap presented by NASCAR Manager Sim League. What a surprise. Rusty Wallace has not been really on anybody's radar this year. He has been very silent to this point, but he drives his way up to the front, and coming out of turn 4, he will be the 6th of 6 different winners this season. Rusty Wallace. Dang it. Rusty Wallace wins at Bristol. What a race, guys. That's something right there. That was definitely not expected. I thought Mark Martin had it in the bag, but Rusty Wallace comes out of nowhere and wins the race. What a race by him. What a race in general. We had a lot of different leaders here. We had, of course, Matt Kenseth at the beginning, then Tony Stewart there for a little bit, then Mark Martin there at the end, and finally Rusty Wallace leads 3 laps, all of them, all the ones that matter. So there's that, and here are your final results. Here it looks like he lapped up to 22nd, and here's your top 10. We got Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin, Kevin Harvick. This is definitely a must-needed finish. And Matt Kenseth in 4th, Jeff Burton 5th, Dale Jarrett 6th, Greg Biffle 7th, Jimmy Spencer in 8th, Jerry Nadeau in 9th. A couple of, actually 3 guys right there. Jeremy Mayfield in 10th. 4 guys right there that had some great days. And going on down, you guys want, go ahead and look at these guys. Looks like Ryan Newman had a camshaft issue. Remember, that was on lap 4. And then John Andretti had a header, or whatever that means. I'll be honest, I don't know what that means. Go ahead and look if you see anybody you want to, look at there. And yeah, Dave Blaney, after pitting about 5 times, finishes 28 laps down. So there's that. We're going to go ahead and quickly look at the point standings as Rusty Wallace wins. And if I saw correctly, we got Texas up next. We'll talk about that in a second. Jimmy Johnson is your points leader. Wow, how much this has changed hands. We've gone from Tony Stewart to start with to Ryan Newman, back to Tony Stewart, and now to Jimmy Johnson. Can Jimmy Johnson be the first champion? Will he go on his 7th championship run? I don't know. He has yet to get a win, but he has 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s. He sits first in the point standings with Tony Stewart in 2nd, Matt Kenseth 3rd, Jeff Burton in 4th, Bill Elliott still in 5th. Bill Elliott, he was in 2nd. He's kind of sat in 5th since there and hasn't really left. I don't know where he finished today. I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention. I know he was a lap down, but a lot of people finished 2 laps down, so maybe he was able to actually get a good finish out of that. Moving on down, though, Ryan Newman. Remember, Newman was a leader for about a race or 2. He was very consistent at the beginning of the season. He's kind of fallen off here as the season's gone on, but he sits 6th place in the point standings. And moving on, we got Dale Jr. in 7th, Mark Martin. He's come so close twice to getting that elusive first win, but has yet to do so. And then 9th is Bobby Labonte. He's actually, I guess he has had a pretty decent season. He has only 1 top 10, but finds himself 9th in points. He did lead a lot of laps, though, so I think that's helped a little bit. Jeff Gordon, of course, he got that dominating win at Rockingham, but other than that, he's just kind of been there, I guess. And here's the rest of your point standings. Kurt Busch falls out of the top 10 after a tough performance. I think he's had a tough 2 weeks, really. So once again, he's fallen out of grace. And or wait, was last week the week he won? I'm sorry, I'm a little slow in the head sometimes. I've kind of lost it. Here we go. Moving on down. If you guys want to look. Here is your 21st to 40th. Kevin Harvick moves up to 24th after finishing 3rd at Bristol. We'll see if he's able to continue this momentum. And I don't see anybody else really to point out here. And Brett Bodine still sits outside the top 40. I don't even think he showed up to this race. And there is that. Go ahead and pause it if you need to. But next up, we got Texas for the Samsung/Radio Shack 500. Should be a good one. We just came off a Texas race. Actually, no, this is probably ways in the future, so we did not come off a Texas race. But yeah, so there's that. That is what's coming up next. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, comment down below. We have been on a daily grind for quite a while here, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Yeah, stop wasting my time, trying to get mine, get out the way, move, trying to get paid, bands on the way, just bought a safe, ooh, crib with a gate, I need me a lake, but that's on the way, ooh, yeah, that's on the way, yeah, that's on the